Do you know who the Supreme Court Justice is? The Supreme Court Justice is Morrison Waite. He was the 7th Chief Justice of the United States from 1854 to 1857.
Morrison Remick Waite was born on November 29, 1816 in Lyme, Connecticut. His parents' names were Henry Matson Waite and Maria Waite. In the Superior Court, his father was a judge and was also an associate judge in the Supreme Court in the state of Connecticut. He first went to Bacon Academy, and in 1837 he graduated from Yale University. After he graduated, in his father's office, he studied law. He then studied with an attorney named Samuel D. Young in Maumee, Ohio. Eventually, he became the law partner of Young. In 1848, he partnered with his younger brother Richard in a business about real estate and corporate transactions. Waite also became an attorney for the state of Ohio. He was known for being kind, honest, and for not charging his clients a lot of money. In 1851, he served on the Toledo City Council. From 1849 to 1850, for a single term, he was a member of the state legislature. In 1871, he was appointed to perform duties as a U.S. counsel to the International Commission that was in Geneva to reach a settlement about claims made about Great Britain. The claims were about damage on northern shipping during the Civil War. When he came back from Europe, he was chosen to be the president of the Constitutional Convention in Ohio. Waite was appointed by President Ulysses S. Grant. He was commissioned on January 21, 1874, and was sworn in on March 4, 1874. Roe v. Wade. This landmark case was about prohibiting women from their right to have an abortion. Elk v. Wilkins. In this landmark case, it discusses Indian citizenship. Cole v. LaGrange. Lastly, this landmark case was about eminent domain and how it benefits a private corporation. His nickname was Mott, and the year he was born was a leap year. The court workload was so intense it caused Waite to become very sick and exhausted. He later died on March 23, 1888, and is buried in Toledo, Ohio.
Roe v. Wade. Jane Roe sued the Attorney District Office of Dallas for violating her 9th and 14th Amendments, for denying her the right to terminate her pregnancy. Henry Wade was an attorney in the district office who went against Roe during the Supreme Court case. Roe v. Wade case originated from the U.S. District Court for the Northern District of Texas, and it started in 1971, and the Supreme Court made their decision in 1973. In 1971, Jane Roe wanted to abort her pregnancy but was restricted by Texas law that made abortions a felony. She sued the district attorney of Dallas County, Henry Wade, on the grounds that the law violated her 9th and 14th Amendments, or the right to privacy. The Supreme Court voted in favor of Roe with a decision of 7-2. The court decided that women's rights to terminate their pregnancy is protected by the Constitution's right to privacy and the 14th Amendment. Framework was created to balance the individual's right to privacy and the state's interests. Women with first trimester pregnancies are allowed to abort their pregnancy. The second trimester can be regulated by states but cannot be prohibited. The third trimester can be regulated and may be prohibited by the states as long as it is in the best interest of the woman's health. The Roe v. Wade case impacted American society by allowing women the right to have an abortion. This case has caused controversy between pro-choice supporters and pro-life supporters. This has had an impact on American society because it now allows women the right to decide what happens to their bodies, including aborting any unwanted pregnancies. This case has caused a divide between people who believe in it as a right and those who believe it should be banned.
By Sofia Chavez
And Alexis Hauber.